Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Towers of Aghasba. And unfortunately, the very first thing that you encounter when opening up the game is the screen over here, which is something that you never want to see. Obviously, a bunch of different games do this. Either if it's a 2K game, then you require a 2K account, or like if it's a Warframe, you require a Warframe account. Some EA games require an EA Games account, and it's just never good to see. So, this game, even though I don't think it requires an Epic Games account, I don't think it requires it, but it does ask you to do it. So, we're just going to continue and see if it goes past. Okay, so it did go past. I actually wonder what will happen if I close my Epic Games launcher, because I do have the Epic Games launcher open in the background. Um, but yeah, and anyway, as long as you can play the game without having an Epic Games launcher account, then it's not the end of the world. But still, the fact that it asks you to have that is not good. And I actually also see now on the Steam page, it actually says requires third-party account Epic Games. So it does actually require it. So that's not good. I really don't like it when a game developer requires you to have another account. Like, if you fucking purchased the game on Steam, then you shouldn't need any other accounts. You shouldn't need a Electronic Arts account, or a Warframe account, or a 2K account, or a Epic Games account. It's just fucking terrible. So, based on that alone, I will already say don't purchase the game. Honestly, it's like I really don't like that. I really don't like it when a developer, for no reason, makes you link your account or have a third-party software open in the background, such as Epic Games, such as an Epic Games launcher. So that's really shitty. I don't like that in the slightest. But anyway, with that being said, today we are going to do a first impression let's play review of the game. The game costs $30. I bought this game with my Patreon money, the money that you guys give me every month. Every month I have to choose which games I'm gonna buy. I can purchase a couple of games every month with the money that I get, and today I decided that we should check out this game. Hopefully I didn't waste your guys' money, and hopefully this game will be good. The game is not even running in full screen right now. It says that it's running in full screen, but it's not actually running in full screen. So the full screen doesn't seem to function. But anyway, motion blur is off. We're gonna leave that off. Blah blah blah. All of that seems good. Don't really see any issues. I don't like this, so we're gonna turn that off. Okay, you can't turn off motion blur and depth of field, so we're just gonna put it on low. Yeah, DLSS, I don't want that. Off, there we go. And apply. Okay, and as soon as I turned off DLSS and pressed accept, the game actually then jumped to full screen mode, which I don't like. I don't like playing games on full screen mode. So then I had to move it from full screen mode to borderless full screen mode, also known as windowed full screen mode. So now we are on windowed full screen mode. Then, for some fucking reason, the game doesn't allow you to change your resolution. The game does allow you to do resolution scaling, which is at 0% right now. So I'm guessing the resolution right now is 1 by 1 instead of 1440p. So we're going to change it from 1 by 1 to around probably 73%. So usually if you take 4K resolution, downscale it by about 30%, that should equal basically 1440p, because I always stream and record and do all of my videos at 1440p, which is 2K resolution. So that should be good. So yeah, the game doesn't allow you to change the resolution when you are playing on on borderless full screen mode, which is an issue. And the game has DLSS on by default, which is also not good. It should not be on by default. So anyway, before I actually get into the settings menu, I should probably give you guys my usual intro. So today we are going to be playing the game for an hour or more. I will be giving my running commentary as I play through the game. If you are in a hurry or if you have the attention span of a goldfish, then you are more than welcome to skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below, and you can simply skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear what I think about the game and my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. So you can just skip to the end if you want to only hear that. But if you don't have the attention span of a goldfish, then just stay tuned and I will be playing through the game today. I will be giving you my running commentary and I will be telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game today. And as I already said, the game is $30. It is available on Steam. It is currently in early access. It released about a month ago. And as always, also my videos do contain a little bit of swearing, sometimes a lot of swearing, just depends on how shitty the game really is. So if you're not a fan of that, then probably don't watch the video and probably unsubscribe as well. So yeah, the game is like an open world type game. I just saw it on Steam. I picked it up. I didn't pay the full $30. Don't worry about that. I at least did get a little bit of original discount. So today we are gonna check the game out, but the game does actually cost $30 for the majority of countries. So if we look at the gameplay menu, toggle sprint. I do actually normally like sprint toggle and yeah, crouch toggle as well, usually, depending how much sprinting and crouching you're gonna do in the game. So that's a nice quality of life addition that they did there. All of this seems fine. I don't like Epic on most things usually. So let's just turn that down a little bit because Epic is a little bit rough most of the times in most games. I do have an RTX 3080, so it can run most games on high at 2K resolution without any issues. It just really depends on the optimization of the game. What does this do? Turn on. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that. Adaptive triggers. Turn off to disable adaptive. I don't have a controller. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. And then controls. Blah, blah, blah. That seems like very few controls, to be honest. And then don't really care about that since we're going to be playing single player. So the game does have co-op and multiplayer, but we are just gonna play single player, to be honest. So yeah, I don't really see any huge issues in the game options or anything like that, apart from the fact that you can't change your resolution. That is obviously not good. You should be able to change your resolution. And then frame rate. Where's the frame rate? Okay, so the game doesn't have frame rate either at all. So that makes me wonder, what frame rate does a fucking game run at actually? Does it run at 30 FPS or 60 FPS? Even if we disable anti-aliasing, oh, you can't disable it, so okay. You can't even disable that. You can't enable, why? So you literally can't select your frame rate unless you're playing on full screen. So that's fucking terrible as well. So you can't change your resolution. The only way to lower your resolution is through resolution scaling, through 3D resolution. And then you also can't change your FPS. So no FPS changing and no resolution changing either, which is super fantastic. Yeah, so I don't really think that's good in a $30 game. Like maybe in a $5 game or a $10 game, if you can't change the resolution or can't change the frame rate, you know, in a $5 or $10 game, that might be acceptable. But in a $30 game, that's really fucking terrible. The fact that you can't change your resolution or your frame rate in a $30 game, that's unacceptable, to be honest. So that's not good. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the game, I guess. It's not a good start so far. Just want to double check, am I running this game on my NVMe drive or not? No, I'm not running it on my NVMe drive. I'm just running it on a regular hard drive. So that's fine. I feel like reviewing a game while running it on an NVMe drive or a very fast hard drive is a little bit of cheating, since I don't think a lot of people have the money to have NVMe drives in their computer. They might have SSD drives, since SSD drives are significantly cheaper than NVMe drives, and obviously a hard drive is even cheaper than a SSD drive. So I try to review most of my games on a hard drive. That way, basically, you see the game as I would expect most people are going to play the game on. And even some of the older Xboxes and PlayStations and those kinds of things have just regular 2.5-inch hard drives. They don't even have SSDs or NVMe drives. Only the latest, like Xbox One and upwards, have SSD drives, or like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox X series have NVMe drives, I think. So this loading screen is taking quite a while. I'm not going to edit this loading screen out. I could totally do that if I wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it in so that you guys can see how long the loading screens actually take in the game. And I don't have an issue if there's like a big loading screen at the beginning of the game, but the rest of the game doesn't have loading screens, you know? I don't have an issue with that. I played another game, or I reviewed another game recently, Sengoku Dynasty, and that game as well, at the beginning of the game, has like a 3 to a 4 minute loading screen at the beginning of the game. But then after that, it doesn't have any loading screens. So I don't have an issue with that, you know. If you have a big 2, 3, even 4 minute loading screen at the beginning of the game, but no loading screens after that, then it's not really that bad. I don't really care about that. I won't criticize the game for having a big loading screen at the beginning and then no loading screens after that. And this loading screen already has been more than 2 minutes. Or the game crashed. That's also possible. That's always a possibility. Well, we will give it another minute or so and then I will actually double check if the game has crashed or not. Because I'm not even hearing any music. Ah, there we go. It's still alive. So it's just a very long loading screen. It has already been 3 minutes. Okay, it's been at least 4 minutes now. So this loading screen does not fuck around. Ah, I just heard some sound. I'm hearing sound, but the game looks like it has frozen. Okay, so that loading screen was at least 5 minutes. I would say more in the direction of 6 minutes, to be honest, which is really fucking long. But as I said, if the game doesn't have any further loading screens, then it's not really the end of the world. But yeah, a 5 to a 6 minute loading screen at the beginning of the game is really fucking terrible. Hopefully that doesn't happen every time that you start up the game, because that will be really brutal.
Pakaru, Shuhu, Astu Kalalata.
I'm not gonna read the subtitles, you guys can read it for yourselves.
Chulokal, Pakaru,
I'm not gonna read this either.
Aghasba, Olhal, Gwal Aloshal Nara, Ashtulu Arpu, Pakaru.
If the developers don't want to add voice acting to the game, then I'm not gonna really care. In a $30 game, like a $30 game should have fucking voice acting. If you're gonna charge $30, like, what the fuck are you spending the money on? Because if you're not spending it on voice acting, then I really don't know what you're spending it on. Even if the game has like shitty GI, generative intelligence, voiceover, I don't care. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But not having any voice acting at all in a $30 game is really bad. That's unacceptable. So if the developers don't want to invest the effort to make the story of the game easily followable through voice acting, then I'm not gonna care either. So I don't know, like, there's no tutorial, there's no movement tutorial so far. I mean, we can use our brains because fortunately we do have a functioning brain. Space is jump, sprint is shift, move left and right with a mouse, left click and right click. Okay, so right click aims, left click doesn't do anything. Crouch, okay, so that's a roll. Control is a roll. Crouch is C. And yeah, that's basically it for the most part. But there's no tutorial so far. So it seems that the game so far doesn't have a tutorial. So I'm just gonna head over there to that thing because that is what they showed in the cutscene at the beginning. Jump towards the surface to start climbing. Okay, so it's basically like Zelda or anything like that. I don't know if there's loot on this place. How am I supposed to get up there? It's the time crystal. Doctor Strange is not gonna be happy. Okay, does the game have fall damage? Doesn't look like it. So is there anything that I can loot at all around here or not? Is it just an empty game basically? Okay, and I fell down. Okay, you can get on top of a barrel, which doesn't make any fucking sense because obviously the barrel would go into the water. You can move through objects as well, it seems.
Lakstulanim. Kulla. Raljor Muchi Ilsim. Raljor Muchi Ilsim.
Chulokal Parkalu. Juju Stimpalo Shal Chica. Osho. Oh. Osho. Alimchan Parkaru.
Press tab and go to the map to view the map. Okay, that's the first real tutorial pop-up that we had. Okay, yeah, I see the map. Fantastic, I see it. Okay, find Ajit, the head architect. Where? You're not Ajit. You're Jabari. Like, I don't know if there's loot around here or what. I did pick up one mask on the beach, but that probably was something that you should have picked up in any way. So yeah, I don't see any loot or anything. So, where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go over there? What's that? Can I mark it? I'm left-clicking and right-clicking, nothing is happening. So you can't mark stuff, which is super fantastic. That's a really, really useful fucking map right there. Can't even mark stuff. Can't even set a quest to be active. Like, how fucking terrible is that? So I guess I'm leaving everyone on the beach over here. I guess there's nothing more for me there. Little bit of stuttering there. I just realized that the game was actually running at 100% GPU usage, so I just turned down the graphics slightly, because we can't have the game running at 100% usage. There's no tutorial for picking stuff up either yet, so I'm just running around and pressing E, because E is usually the interaction button in these types of games, but there's no tutorial for that so far. Okay, we require a stone pickaxe, I guess.
Ju aloshal. Laluhun.
Isham! Mpashahu! Iluna stu aljur ishalapul ashkir akakul. Aljula tu aru jari ernstal chan jushkul jahu. Jab kos jahu parkakurpatal.
So the game does have these little green pointing arrows on top of loot, it looks like. There might be loot that doesn't have it on, maybe, I don't know, but so far it seems that I want to loot that thing there. So far it seems that the loot does have those little markers on top of it.
Impa hula Jewish jalapo hiluna jala lurstu?
Puck, the cockjaw.
You should fire your hairdresser.
Shalapu. Astu katao ilapu. Good job.
Nukork. Jehu Raljork.
Luka Colonel Lakin Jol, Kolorjak Shanolu? O now Jusha Jorlap Kolorjak Shanolu a Gualor? Impao per la Juxa Learn Katui? Luatash.
So why would they ask this little child girl to build a village or a civilization. Like, how does that make any sense? Press space bar when in the air. Okay, that's our second tutorial pop-up that we've gotten. So where must we build? Open inventory and place farming village. Where? Open inventory. You're not even telling the player where the inventory is. How do you open the inventory? Now, I obviously know how to open the inventory because I'm not a brain-dead slug, but the game developers should basically always assume that every player is a brain-dead slug, and so they should actually tell the player how to do everything. And this game so far hasn't told us to do hardly anything. They told us how to fly with spacebar, and then they told us how to open our map. Those are literally the only two things that they've told us so far. Oh, really bad lag over there. Really bad stuttering there for some reason. So this is our inventory. How do you place the farming village marker? Okay, is it as easy as that? Okay, well, there's a portal over there. So why don't we build the village close to the portal? Yeah, it looks like it's on that mountain basically, so if you build it around here, that should be fine. So we open the inventory, use with F, they don't tell us that either. Oh, okay, so it's a pretty big bloody thing. Can we place it up there? Why did it exit? I didn't tell you to exit. Something is in the way. What is in the way? Like, it's not telling me what is in the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, then the game freezes for like 3 seconds.
Ikosilgam, walang bandao. Ah, kaudampa. Stala joke, pokealstum gistuirnali plam palalik. Jirnastu shimu.
So why did they give this village amulet summoning talisman
Kilkin.
to the bloody little girl? Like, why didn't this guy just use the amulet on its own? That, once again, doesn't make any fucking sense.
Towers of Aghasba.
Our third tutorial pop-up. Combine multiple items to craft a new item in the craft menu. Okay, where's the craft menu? How do you open the craft menu? How do you access the craft menu? All of these are really important things the developers should tell you. Stone shovel. Okay, where the fuck am I supposed to get a stone shovel? Plant fibers. Ah, here's some plants. There's a stick that I just picked up. By the way, like I said already, the game doesn't have a tutorial and the game hasn't told us how to loot anything. Like literally. We haven't been told how to loot, we haven't been told to loot these bushes, loot the rocks, or loot the sticks. We haven't been told anything. Okay, so we have enough, according to our thing at the top left. What's that thing? Come here, little doggy. Come here, little doggy. Okay, the little doggy doesn't want to do anything. The Chernobyl doggy. That's a Chernobyl doggy right there. Do we interact with this thing? I don't know. Wood. Resin. No, I don't have that. Fill orders. Complete fill orders by turning in all the required items. Press H to see where you can acquire the items. Active fill orders can be tracked in the orders menu. Okay. H. H. That doesn't do anything. H. Okay, so the tutorial clearly lies to you because I'm pressing H, nothing's happening. Holy shit. There's Chernobyl dogs and Chernobyl cats around here. Okay, so let's see. Tab. So where's the... Ah, over there. Craft. Once again, we have to figure out all of this shit for ourselves because the game doesn't have a tutorial. The game doesn't tell you how to get any of this stuff. So stone hatchet, you say. And then craft. Amount 1. Unless we're gonna deal wield them. Okay, so we have a stone axe. Find Pavel, the farming expert. Build the farming village tower. Track materials in the full order journal. Turn in materials to the build post. Okay, so you're not telling us how to do any of that. Fantastic. So we have the axe now. What do we do with the axe? Equip. Once again, we're not being told any of this. We're not being told that you can equip weapons. You're not being told how to equip weapons either. Because the game so far doesn't have a tutorial. Okay, so what did I need an axe for? There was something... Was it this? No, shovel. How do I get a shovel? Let's have a look. Shovel. Stone shovel. Wood. Okay, so we need a bunch of wood. Where's trees? Let's chop down this tree. Harvest. Okay, and you automatically pick up the resources. That's nice. I like that. I hate it when games make you have to pick up the resources that you just harvested manually. I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. There's not a lot of trees around here. Holy shit, like that was the only tree basically. You can see there was a civilization on this island. I'm assuming it's an island. There was a civilization here. It's really not easy to see the resources. You have to look pretty closely, actually, to see the resources. There's not a lot of resources either, like most of the game is really quite devoid of resources. Like there's one or two rocks here and there, but honestly, the grass is very rare and trees as well. I mean, there's literally no trees around here. What's that over there? And the tree throws a tantrum after I cut it down. Clearly the tree does not appreciate getting cut down because it's throwing a tantrum. Need a shovel. Can't I create a shovel now? Shovel. Craft. Yes. And then a pickaxe. We also need that. Craft. Yes. Once again, I'm not being told how to do any of this. I like the fact that you just press the action button and then your character immediately, automatically pulls out the correct tool. There's not anything that I hate in games more than obtuseness. Like for instance in Stardew Valley, I'm sure most of you have played Stardew Valley. In that game, it's really obtuse because if you want to mine something, you have to pull out your pickaxe. You literally have to scroll or you have to select your pickaxe with the number keys in order to get the pickaxe, and then you need to use the pickaxe. Then literally right next to it there will be a tree, and if you want to chop down the tree, you then have to scroll to your wood, your axe, or you need to press the key for the axe on your number bar, and then you can do the wood cutting. So it's just really obtuse having to constantly swap tools, and it wastes a gigantic amount of time throughout your life in a game like that. So I appreciate this game not falling into that same trap of obtuseness, where it requires you to have a whole bunch of different tools on your action bar and then swap between the tools. I mean, this game doesn't even have an action bar, which is good. That saves you time. It shows that at least the developers have chosen to not make the game overly obtuse, such as what many other games are, such as Stardew Valley. And many other games, unfortunately, as well, have gone the route of doing that, where you need to swap to a different tool for each and every fucking different type of resource. If you want to fish, you need your fishing rod. If you want to mine, you need your pickaxe. If you want to chop a tree, you need the wood axe. If you want to cut grass, you need a sickle. Like, it just never fucking ends, and it's just really obtuse. So here I'm just pressing E, and the game is swapping the tools automatically. So that's good. That's one thing so far that I like about the game. It's the only thing that I like about the game so far, quite honestly, but we will see if the game can pull something something else out of its ass to impress me. Oh, a lot of stuttering. Holy shit. Sometimes the game just decides to stutter like a bastard. I don't know why. Maybe we should lower the graphics a little bit more, because just like that. The game still looks fine. It doesn't look terrible. The optimization of the game is not fantastic. I mean, I shouldn't need to run the game at nearly 1080p, but that is unfortunately what I'm having to do right now. We are running the game at only a little bit above 1080p, which is not good. We're basically running the game at 1100p. That's basically what we are doing. So the optimization of the game leaves a lot to be desired. The game still looks fine on 1080p, you know, it still looks fine, but you shouldn't need to run the game at 1080p with a 3080 RTX. Oh, you're surprisingly the guy I'm looking for. I wasn't even aiming over here, I was just harvesting resources.
Opia la shakro pakalaka noon puchas lahora. Shimu sholam shuhu. Baala la pulam shikul ipaka laka luikolo. Ocho palu juhokal shal. Hopun kurup chai in chari pastu kern. Galoch part of fark. Ocho pashash kajal koruki patu agaspa. Palos pixuju chupal starutik little tron. Pakumpaju jaral.
Why do you give the little girl all of the honors? Yeah, calm down, you're gonna fucking explode. Never explode in front of a little girl. To view all your quests, press tab. I already know that. Set focused quest, press it with F. Composed of various biomes, check the biome indicator. So you press tab, go over to quests or journals. There's no quests, so they even got that incorrect. It doesn't say quests, it says journals. So they can't even guide the player correctly. Even when they're guiding the player, which is very few times, they don't even guide the player correctly. Okay, establish first village. Yeah, we already have that selected. Let's do this one. So where's the location? Where's the location? How big is the map even? So I'm assuming that's the map, not this area over here. I'm assuming that's the map. This area over here is probably locked away or something. So, if I look at the quest, Pavel has given me a temperate colossal seed to plant. Am I really about to witness the birth of a new ecosystem? The island seems devoid of life. Let's get an ecosystem growing by planting the colossal seed. It's time to bring the life back. Where? How? What? Where? Who? How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Use. What, over here? I don't know. I'm assuming, I don't know. Let's just fucking do it. The game isn't giving us any direction at all, so... The game doesn't tell you how to plant the egg or the seed. Doesn't tell you where the seed should be planted. It doesn't tell you that the seed is in your inventory. Like nothing. Okay, the seed just ejaculated all over the place. Okay, why can't I move? Oh, the game was loading a cutscene.
Jewel Sholal. Jilajor.
Oh, he's cute.
Luhu. Hom. On Ru.
He's got very big eyes.
Alorpo Jigor Nupanual. Chuparn Husty. Komchu Pakalak Luhu. A close to a coachu. Pa. Akogal Justir. Gatchagak coachu. Empad Shakal Alashun Al Short Skipu.
That's a big boy.
Olak chiras tu pakalak luhu. Yom no chak la lipta wa hub justora lor ak jastia.
Allo. Empaku Stoku. Nonugu Jorta Olkirikio.
Rastop kulchu jastir ihuru. Bak nalamp jalkan. Chalampa kushi.
Jol Jastir. Al Storn Alu. Hubal Kigork. General Jorkala. Alu Hampagu Orhil Jastir. Ahur Huldra. Kanak Shawal. Stal Ragku Al Shol. Shalal Stu Alu Jost. Jualsto Kunla Pulam. Paskir Lun La Jor. Jualastu and Pa. Ilax Pakalak Luhu Khan. Stinku Pak Chawal Khan Kochin. Mapa Ukapak Ipa. George Al Jakan Rustim Gupatao. Oh.
Ah, the tree is ejaculating again. Love the clipping.
Kato Pagalak Loop. Akaptal. Or Pastu Justia.
Okay, creature fed, temperate seed planted, fully grown plants. Ah, our fourth or fifth tutorial pop-up. An ecosystem will form around each colossal tree that you plant. The proximity indicator will change to whatever that is not when you're within one of your ecosystems. This ecosystem will be different depending on which biome you're in. Each type of ecosystem attracts unique creatures and plants. To grow your colossal tree even further, speak to Sprite, who will let you know what requirements must be met in the surrounding area to grow the tree. Okay. Sprite.
La shula just.
Oh, okay. So that's the requirements.
A cocktail, or pastu just, yeah?
Okay. Can I track them? Okay, let's first talk to this dude. This guy who's about to fucking explode.
Now we can. Leap, Jogo!
Press middle mouse button to pull out your Shimuscope. Shimuscope and start observing creatures. When you observe a creature, that's incorrect. It's added to your Shimu Dex. Check a creature's entry to see what they like to eat and what resources they're likely to drop when hunted. Dropping or throwing food can attract nearby creatures to feed on. Different creatures are attracted to different food. Okay. So complete the ecosystem requirements. Let's see. How do we see what the ecosystem requirements are? Like, where does it tell us? Ah, okay, so if you hover over there, once again, we're not being told any of this, you have to figure out all of this shit on your own. So creatures fed, temperate, seeds planted. So we need to plant seeds and feed creatures, basically. So how do we, okay, so we feed creatures by throwing food, but where's the creatures? Is it these ones? How do you pull out your Shimu? Okay, Shimu. Let's do some Shimu vision. I just saw something. Get closer. Why do you walk so fucking slowly? So I'm looking for a creature, but I'm not seeing anything. Ah. And it disappeared. Did I send the creature to the Shadow Realm or what? Is that supposed to happen? Where's more creatures? Ah. Can you scan another one? Okay, so they're already scanned. So, berries and simple fruit treat. Okay, berries. So where? Oh, I have berries. Okay. So how do you throw them? How do you throw them? Equip? Ah, okay. So then throw. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. And another one. Temperate seed. So they shit out seeds when they are fed, I guess. Did you guys shit out seeds over here? Dung. Oh, and you shit out actual shit as well. But why did only one of you give me seeds? Should I feed you again to get seeds or what? Or maybe there's just a chance to get the seeds. I don't always get the seeds, maybe, I don't know. And that one also got sent to the Shadow Realm. Root, okay, so they eat roots. And then you drop dung for me. There's some food. I threw down some food over there. There you go. There you go. So the other one eats roots. Do I have roots? Ah. Roots. Equip. So where's that other ugly bastard? Ah, there it is. Ah, and we got a temperate seed and more dung. If there's any nearby, then they will come and get the food. Elastic fin, what the hell is that? Okay, so I have seeds now. Temperate seed. Equip. So I guess I just plant it anywhere, I guess. Okay, so there I grew 3 of them, or I planted 3 of them. Hey, you cute little guy. Ah, there's another temperate seed. Ah, there they're eating again. The loot like this dung isn't even shown on the... It's not even shown with that little thing above it, so... Some of the loot is shown with a little thing above it, and some of the loot is not shown, like this as well. These berries aren't being shown with that little blue thing above it. So what the hell? Even these temperate seeds aren't being shown. That's really fucking stupid. So it's really, really difficult to spot some of the loot in the game. Like, it's really easy to miss some of the loot because it's not shown. It's not highlighted. Okay, so we have 5 seeds. I think we needed to plant 4 of them, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. 6. So we need to plant 6. Because we had 6, and then we need to plant an additional 6. Okay, that should be fine. So we should have 6 now. So now we basically just wait 5 minutes for this for these plants to grow. Oh, you can eat the root. Why the hell can you eat the root? Consume this to recover minor health. That's stupid. I didn't want to do that. Can we craft anything cool? Ah, a spear. Okay, so now I can actually attack stuff. Previously I couldn't attack stuff. Die! Die! The game also doesn't tell you about attacking and killing stuff, or how to attack and kill stuff. Die, you bastard. Inventory full. Why? Holy shit, is this literally your inventory? Your inventory is 20 spaces and then your inventory is full. That's really stupid. I really hate games that have small inventories. So, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Like, how do you store stuff? Can you make a backpack or something like that? You know, just something to make your life easier. Hide. Where the hell do you get hide? Campfire. Like, there's nothing that I can build right now which would allow me to store stuff or anything like that. That's really, really idiotic. So for that I need cob, which I have no idea what that is, fiber and resin, which I don't have. And then over there I need resin as well, which I don't have. So where do you get resin? And I can't even pick up the resin right now because my inventory is full. Where would you get resin? Ah, resin fur, holy shit. Okay, but these resources are now gonna drop on the ground. So is there anything that I can do about that? Okay, so we got the resin over there. How much resin do I need? Only need 1 resin, and then over there I need 4 resin, so I need 5 resin in total. There we go. Okay, and then can you like teleport back to your base or not? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to run. Can't pick up anything really because my inventory is full. Lot of lag, holy shit.
Ogunaru, litra stamp galam kinosh. Jingo yukolim store la pou, la jor polo akaku.
Olal stal qualuchak.
Alak patu. Ikampa.
Heluna. Gula push and pa, shashu. Ujara la jushamu.
Jitu impa hajit. Stimple pambaro chastara.
Akpalu. Gap gakna. Gap him. Jumpas tu or root bumps tu.
I'm the junior builder, but I'm fucking
Katalia.
building world trees and building villages on my own.
Stika ukin juhu. La rapur. Juhu gu kanku paprakala justorkir. Stjorkin juhu pokchorn jupulninok. Tarnast ak alushimu. Stal kul juhu sterubrublum. Mpa kapur. Konku husha. Letapalo. Ushastalum chalamula ujol ruker. Justustampan.
Oh, inventory increased by 4 spaces. Holy shit, that's so amazing. What am I gonna do with 4 spaces of extra inventory?
Alakshimu. Ualishu Bargaru.
Building a village will establish a village around it for the Shimu to settle. The proximity indicator will change to whenever within a village. Different biomes can establish different types of villages. Each village type will have its own unique structure that can be built there. Okay, so what's this one's biome? How do I see what this one's biome is? Ah, I have a storage finally. Even though we are like more than an hour into the game, we finally have a storage. So I don't know, I guess we're gonna store almost all of these things. Can I upgrade it even more? What's this over here? Portal. Okay, that's nothing. Who are you? So what, can't I upgrade the village? I thought you would maybe be able to do multiple upgrades on a village. But apparently not.
Ogu Gakim Jimper Park Wallachok Nimp Jehu Impai Shalabu Park Paru Ak Aghasba.
So, like, is there literally nothing else to do in a village? Just build the portal and then that's it. Then you're done. That seems really stupid. So that one over there needs cob, but I have no idea what fucking cob is. And then if we store all of our resources here, can we still use the resources? Or is the game gonna be obtuse and not allow us to use resources that we have stored? So like if I stand over here now and I want to craft another axe, for instance. Axe craft. Okay, so it does allow you to do that. So that's good. That's one thing that I always look at. I always look at how obtuse is the game. Does the game have mechanics in it that allow you to like not waste time, you know? Or do you have to, each time you want to craft anything or do anything, go back to your storage unnecessarily and then get the resources from there again, specifically just to craft a single item? So at least this game isn't like that. Holy shit, there's a lot of people around now. All of a sudden. And this place is actually much greener than what it was. It wasn't this green. How do you switch weapons, by the way? Like, how do you... Because if I want my spear right now, how do I get that? Because, I mean, the developers can't expect you to have to do this each and every time. That's fucking unreasonable. Let's see. Link? What's link? Okay, is that it? So then you press R and then you go over there. Okay, but once again, I had to figure out all of that shit on my own. Because the game has no tutorial. I also don't like the fact that it takes a second or two for loot to pop out of the thing that you just destroyed or looted. I don't like that at all. And now when I use my tool, like this for instance, and I want to attack, I then have to go over here again and click over there again, which is part of the obtuseness which I said the game shouldn't have. So it's not as bad as something like Stardew Valley, for instance, but still, the fact that the game automatically pulls out your pickaxe or your axe or your shovel or anything like that, but it then doesn't again automatically pull out your weapon that you actually had equipped in the first place, that is obtuse. So basically now I think those trees should be done. It's been more than 5 minutes, so let's run over there and have a look quickly. So what, are the trees done? Oh, I just picked up hide. I actually needed hide for that one recipe, I think. And I just got oil, which I didn't have previously.
La Shula Justia.
Fully grown plants in the ecosystem, but these ones that I planted should now be fully grown.
Yeah.
Or actually, yeah, I was stupid. I cut down because I needed resin. I actually cut down some of the quote-unquote fully grown trees. So now I need to plant another 4 just to get back to the original amount of fully grown ones that I need. So that's one thing, well, that's another thing that the developers don't tell you. If you cut down any of the trees, even the ones that you planted, you actually need to plant more, which is stupid. So now I need to get one more seed. And I can get the seeds by throwing food. But as far as I remember, you also sometimes get them from the loot. I seem to remember I did get one from loot earlier. No, I'm not getting them now. Ah, there we go. Wow, I got 4 there. Holy balls. You see, that's what I said about the issue where the loot on the ground isn't highlighted. So that's going to be an issue. You can be standing literally on top of the thing that you need, and because the ground is so colorful and vibrant and numerous, you won't really be able to see what's on the ground. That's why it's really important to have the loot be highlighted properly. I'm planting a bunch because I'm definitely going to be cutting down the resin trees for the resin. Okay, so now I need to wait another 5 minutes. You see, like here's a temperate seed, and I don't even see it because it's not highlighted. That's unfortunately gonna be something that you're constantly gonna get screwed over by the fact that loot isn't highlighted on the ground. So you're gonna be missing a lot of loot throughout your game. Wow, it just became dark very quickly. Zero fucks given about a smooth transition, I guess. So I want to wait those 3 minutes just to see what happens. Oh, for fuck's sakes, now I have this weapon out again. You see, that's exactly what I was talking about. Construction table. Tree bark. Flint. I do have those things, but it's back at my base. Tree bark. I do have that. Flint. I do have that. What the fuck is that? Hair spirit mask. Wear it to carry on the traditions of the hair spirit. A limited edition item unlocked by pre-ordering, blah blah blah. But what does it do? Like what does it do? How can you just say shit like that and not explain what the item actually does? That's so stupid. Like, even on these ones as well. Like, do all of these weapons do exactly the same damage? No, obviously they don't. I just hit that little creature with my axe and it did like a small amount of damage, but the spear can kill them in 2 hits. So clearly the spear does a lot more damage than the axe, or probably any of these other ones also. So the fact that the game doesn't even say how much a specific item does, or really give you any information regarding any of the items, like for instance the masks or anything like that, it's just really stupid. It's just really unnecessary. How difficult is it to just add a little tooltip to the item when hovering over the item? Okay, that's a new creature. Holy shit, and you're actually attacking me, you bastard. But it didn't drop anything. So that was a hostile creature, actually. There's something over there. Okay, what are you supposed to do here? Okay, nothing, I guess. What the fuck is that? I have no idea what these little green things are that come out flying at you sometimes. I have no idea what they are. And I have no idea what that heart core, blood core, whatever thing was. This game does a really terrible job at explaining anything to you. I mean, what the fuck was that? Like, really, this game's biggest issue probably is the fact that it doesn't really provide you with any information whatsoever. And then also the bloody inventory. The inventory is tiny. Oh no, I can't even pick that up. Like seriously, the inventory is abysmally small. Like I'm screwed now. Now I need to run all the way back home and store the stuff and then come over here and pick the stuff up. Like really, the game has no tutorial. I think I got some pop-ups, like you can't even really call it tutorial pop-ups. It's just basically like how to open the map, you know, like that was one of the little pop-ups that we got. So it's not even really tutorial pop-ups. The game doesn't have a tutorial. So that's really fucking stupid. The game doesn't have voice acting in a $30 game. The inventory is abysmally small. Really small. The game is really difficult to understand and grasp all of the different mechanics because the fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial. That's really bad. You can't mark stuff on the map. That's also hilariously stupid. The fact that each time that you use a thing, exactly what I'm talking about now, every time that you use a tool like this, for instance, you swap away from your spear. So if you chop this down now, and then it doesn't swap back automatically to the spear. So now, if you're in combat, I'm literally left-clicking right now. You guys can hopefully hear me left-clicking, and nothing is happening. So then you have to swap to your spear once again. It's just obtuse and unnecessary, and the game doesn't run very well, quite honestly. I'm running it at just above 1080p right now, and the game is using 85% of my GPU. We're at 85% GPU usage, and 250 watts of power draw, which is not a huge amount, but still, for a game that's running at 1080p, that's really, really bad. And we are not running it on epic quality or anything like that. A lot of these are on medium, and post-processing is on low. And yeah, the optimization is just not very good in the game. You also can't set your resolution, which is fucking terrible in a $30 game. And you also can't set your frame rate at all. The game does not allow you to set your frame rate, which in a $30 game is fucking abysmal as well. And then obviously, like I said, you don't have any voice acting in a $30 game. Like, I don't expect voice acting in a $10 game or a $5 game or something like that. But in a $30 game, like seriously, the game should have voice acting in a $30 game. There's no reason for it to not have voice acting, especially with how good and cheaply GI voiceover can be done these days. Generative intelligence voiceovers. It costs basically nothing, and you actually get some very good GI voiceovers. I've said this before, but there is the one mod in World of Warcraft, a community-made mod, which has really, really fantastic quality voiceovers for all of the quests in the game. And it's done with GI. So the fact that you can voice over the entire fucking World of Warcraft, like thousands of quests, literally thousands of quests in World of Warcraft, now with that mod have GI voiceovers, and it actually sounds very good. It really sounds very good. So and that's a community-made mod. It's made by a community. So the fact that a bunch of people in their mother's basements can do high-quality voiceovers using GI for a game with thousands and thousands of voice lines, literally probably more than 100,000 voice lines, and yet these developers who are charging $30 for their game can't do it. Like, that's simply laziness. That's all it is. The game should have voiceovers, to be honest. So yeah, honestly, like, I don't know. This game isn't worth $30. It really just isn't worth $30. When you alt-tab, the audio of the game falls away, which is another issue. And there's no toggle for that in the settings at all. So there's no mute audio when focus lost toggle or anything like that. So every time that you alt tab, the audio just falls away. So that's not good. I also don't like the fact that the items in the game have durability. Durability in 95% of games simply serves to slow the game down and to make the game more obtuse. So I don't like the durability in the game. It just makes the game more obtuse. So yeah, guys, honestly, the game overall, like, it feels generic. It feels pretty bloody generic, you know, planting the seeds, jumping through various hoops to move on to the next stage of the giant tree. I don't know. It just feels empty and generic, honestly. I just can't recommend the game. For $30, if you're thinking about spending $30 on an open world exploration, combat focused type game, kind of similar to this one, I would just go for something like Enshrouded. Like, honestly, Enshrouded is a pretty good game. You could even go for something like Pal World. Pal World is kind of similar to this game, even though Enshrouded would be more similar to this game. Honestly, I can't recommend this game, especially not when there are games like Enshrouded out there. Enshrouded kicks this game right in the nuts, to be honest. It's just a much better game than this game. So this game is still in early access, so I will keep an eye on it. But right now in early access, there's no way how I can recommend this game for $30. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. As always, if you want to see more reviews, if you want to allow me to do more reviews for you guys, then your support on patreon.com/LFP is very much appreciated. I purchased this game with the money that I get from you guys on Patreon, so this review would not be possible without your support on Patreon. So it is certainly very much appreciated. So if you want to see more content, then that is the way to allow me to do more content. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.